But then again, I guess it's kind of a female tendency. You know how, like, if you wait in line with your girl, y'all be in that line for 15 minutes. And then once you get up to the cash register, she be like, I don't know what I want. That's kind of how I feel like right now, because Devon Alexander, we've been saying that we wanted Amir Khan to fight a credible opponent if he thinks he's going to get Floyd Mayweather. But I'm torn because I'm thinking like, okay, well, this is what we asked for, but really, why not Thurman? Or why not Robert Guerrero? What's happened with that? I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. It is basically unofficially official. Amir King Khan, 29-0 with 19 knockouts, 3 defeats. No, 29-3. Excuse me, 2 by knockout, with 3 defeats versus Devon Alexander the Great. 26-2, 14 KOs. I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. So this is the way I look at it. Amir Khan has fought in his last fight Luis Collazo. Before that, Julio Diaz. Before that, Carlos Molina. Before that, Lamont Peterson. Before that, Danny Garcia. So then you sprinkle in Azad Judah in there. So what I'm saying is, win over Carlos Molina, win over Julio Diaz, win over Luis Collazo, win over Devon Alexander. Should that get him Floyd Mayweather? And I'm thinking, yeah. So I can't let my thoughts get lost, because I'm thinking, well, Devon Alexander is Devon Alexander. But you have to look at the fact of Amir Khan could have fought him last year, and he could have been a champion. As it stands right now, ladies and gentlemen, there's something going on with HBO, Showtime, Steven Espinoza, Peter Nelson, I think his name is, Ken Hirschman, all those guys. Al Heyman, thank you so much. The NBC Sports deal, I'm sure you probably heard of it. Al Heyman is rumored to be moving all his fighters to NBC and NBC Sports starting in the week of Super Bowl. A lot of fighters are not scheduled, and we've been asking questions because right now it is October the 20th, 2014, and we're just hearing about Amir Khan, Devon Alexander, Keith Thurman versus somebody, but I'm going to do the Keith Thurman video later on. But Keith Thurman is in a #1 contender basically or a title eliminator fight for basically the #1 contender for Kell Brook's 147-pound title. So I see what Al Heyman is doing right there, setting him up for Kell Brook and just holding on to Amir Khan for Mayweather in May. You know, so I see that part. But what I don't understand is it time to cash Devon Alexander out? You know, is Devon Alexander, because honestly, you know, see, this is what I'm talking about. See how confused I sound? I'm thinking like, okay, Devon Alexander is a good opponent, but why do I want more? Am I the only one that just wants him to fight like someone? I'm not saying Devon Alexander can't hurt him. Devon Alexander has 14 knockouts, but let's not be like, let's talk the real shit. We want to see Amir Khan get roughed up and win. Let's be honest. We want to see Amir Khan go through adversity. Now, Devon Alexander can provide that because the name is there. Even though he lost to Shawn Porter, he beat Jesus Soto Corras in a fight, you know, that was at 154 pounds. But I think he was like he weighed like 149 or something like that. But long story short, he didn't look that good, you know, especially as the fight went on. So I'm thinking, well, I got Khan winning, especially if Khan fight the way he fought Lamont Peterson. But remember, Devon Alexander is like that, a boxer. So I figure Amir Khan is going to just kill him on hand speed, you know, and then Amir Khan don't have to stay on the inside like Shawn Porter did. Shawn Porter just beat Devon Alexander up, but he could have fought Shawn Porter, you know. Of course he could have fought Kell Brook, but that fight didn't make sense to him. It does now. And we think Devon Alexander. Now, once again, I know it's a good fight, and depending on how that fight is, depending on if there's excitement of the fight, like Andre Berto versus Victor Ortiz, and Amir Khan wins. He overcomes adversity and wins a crazy fight, and it's billed as the fight of the year. Then he's got that buzz. You get me? He's got that buzz. Also, don't even forget that the fight's supposed to be taking place in the Mandalay Bay. If it happens, they both agreed, but no contracts have been signed, and I found out that just moments before I did the video from Dan Rayfield on Twitter, so of ESPN. So it's a fragile situation. Now you have, this is the more important thing. You have two Golden Boy cards. Yeah, one top-ranking Golden Boy with Timothy Bradley versus Diego Chavez, and Mauricio Herrera, who's Golden Boy, versus I forgot who he's facing. I'm sorry, I forgot his name. And then on the same day, you got Demetrius Andrade versus Jamel Charlo, which is crazy. So this is the card. This is what it's supposed to be. Amir Khan versus Devon Alexander. Keith Thurman versus Lou. I forgot how to pronounce his name. He's the #1 contender. Well, he's the #2 contender for the IBF 147-pound title. And then you got Demetrius Andrade versus Jamel Charlo. Ain't that crazy? So, even though, like I said, this is breaking news, I figured I'd get the video out. My routine is this, I'll do an initial video like this, and then, to announce the fight and all that. Then I'm going to do probably like maybe 5 to 10 videos on this same fight before it's all said and done. So what I'm saying is, people are saying like, oh, what are the predictions? There's going to be one video sprinkled in here like I do with all my build up to my fights. I do multiple videos on them where I just strictly talk about strategy. So as it stands right now, the fight, as I said at the beginning, unofficially official. We're just waiting for them to sign some paperwork and hoping that it goes through. It was supposed to be at the Barclays Center, but if you don't know, Oscar De La Hoya purchased all the shares from the shareholders. One of them was AEG, which was responsible for them fighting in Barclays, Staples Center, StubHub Center, and a few other places. So now they're fighting in Mandalay. Oscar taking his fights back to Vegas. My bad. And you have to ask yourself, okay, well, does that mean Amir Khan is assigned Golden Boy fighter? Is Keith Thurman assigned Golden Boy fighter? Those are questions I'm trying to figure out, because it's the burning question in fans' heads, and they're keeping a secret from us for whatever reason. I don't know who assigned the Golden Boy and who's not. I'm T Street Controversy, ladies and gentlemen. Real Combat Media. Links are right below. The articles to everything I'm talking about is right below. My phone got the nerve to be ringing. T Street Controversy Live.